on the ceasefire. I knew he would do that after all his bragging. I'm going to bomb, I'm going to bomb, I'm going to bomb. Folks, I'm Maurice Spado. For those of you who don't know me, the accidental gangster. I'm the author of the best selling book, The Accidental Gangster, From Insurance Salesman to Hollywood Fixer. It's available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, or anywhere you buy your fine books. It's available in Audible, Kindle, and of course, get the book. You will love it. Okay? Folks, there's a lot of, hey, how are you? I'm going to give you some facts today that you don't know about, not talked about. You know, Trump keeps saying that Iran wants to make a deal badly. All right? You know how many times he said that? All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 times. 9 times he has said Iran wants to make a deal badly. But what's the problem here? Okay? I feel there's a hidden agenda with Trump that's something personal. Okay? I don't mean that he's got personal problems with Iran. I think he's got a personal interest in something else that he's not discussing, and it's only with him and his family. And the reason I say that he has Jared Kushner and Witkoff negotiating. Now, folks, we have a lot better negotiators than those people. Okay? Got people that have been around and know how to negotiate. I negotiated so many things in my life, I can't count them. But you know what happens at every negotiation? At every negotiation, both parties have to leave that table with a win. Both parties got to win, not one party. Okay? Good morning, Nova, Olivia, G. Swan. Huh? There's a picture. I'll tell you later about the picture. Remind me again. In the meantime, folks, please subscribe and let's hit that like button. Don't let me ask you a million times. Okay? Come on, you could hit that like button. Okay? Help me out. I don't ask for anything here. All right? Let's talk about why Iran does not like Jared Kushner or Witkoff. Okay? Two real estate guys. And don't forget, Jared Kushner is the guy that got $2 billion from Saudi Arabia. And my understanding, he's looking for, they get another $5 billion out of those countries over there. Okay? Now, based on reports from the New York Times and Haaretz, Haaretz, Benjamin Netanyahu has a long-standing, close relationship with the Kushner family, dating back to when he was a diplomat in the 1980s. During that time, he frequently stayed at the Kushner's family home in New Jersey. According to reports, including the Jewish Virtual Library, the relationship was close enough that Netanyahu would stay in Jared Kushner's bedroom during his visits, forcing the teenager Jared to sleep in the basement. This relationship particularly strong with Jared's father, Charles Kushner, who was a major donor to pro-Israel. You understand that, folks? Take a moment, try to digest what I just said, okay? Obviously, Iran does not like Israel. They don't like Netanyahu. So why are they going to like Kushner? Why are they going to like Wickoff? Okay, they're after something else besides peace. Okay, they're using that as an example. And you all forget, on February 27th, we almost had a deal. They were negotiated before Trump bombed. They were negotiating. They were close to a deal. But then, boom, February 28th, Trump set our military in and bombed them. Hmm. You're right, Kareem. Come on, folks, hit that like button, God damn it. Okay, you can do it. All right? Keep hitting that like boom, 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 boom. Hit that like button. All right? Now, let's get to some other facts over here. Okay? In the meantime, folks, as I'm talking, you could hit that like button and subscribe. Fortune magazine spoke with three of the most experienced American negotiators alive. Former Ambassador Dennis Ross, former State Department Advisor Aaron David Miller, and Harvard Law's Robert Mnuchin about whether the three men can actually do this. They are collectively not very confident. Okay? Now, Miller, who served six Secretary of State over more than 2 decades at the State Department, he helped shape the American position at Oslo and Camp David, described the administration's process a teeter to a galaxy far, far away, not to the realities back here on planet Earth. In other words, he's saying Trump's not dealing with reality here. Okay? Trump's supposed to be the master negotiator. Remember, he wrote that book? All right? Look at how many times he tells you he's the best negotiator in the world. Then why the hell isn't he going there? Okay? And then why is he sending Kushner and Wicca? He should be sending Rubio should be the guy he should be sending over there with JD fans. Okay? Trump don't want this to end. Hmm. If they were succeeding in these negotiations, my view would be much more charitable, he adds. The three experts' description described a situation in which two undoubtedly smart deal makers may still be in over their heads on a deal unlike any they have handled before. Iran sees Wickoff and Kushner as unserious and too close to Israel. Israel's the reason we're in this war. The only reason. We have no business being in this war with Iran. Okay? That port was open, ships were passing through. There was no problem with that port until Trump interceded. And then he wants to blame it on others. You understand how many laws that Trump has been breaking and breaching over there? And then he blames the Iranians. All right? It's a teeter totter. It goes back and forth. All right? So I wanted to take time and share that with you, folks. You know, I knew Trump was just bragging, I'm going to bomb, I'm going to bomb, I'm going to bomb. All right? Uh, Doskowitz, you got a name you can't say. Okay? People tell me to sit down and shut up. All right? Come here and tell me. Okay? I'm not going to get pissed at these trolls. All right? You know something, my eyes, you forget something. Okay? Biden, Obama, Bill Clinton, Jeb Bush, Republicans and Democrats, Netanyahu visits them all and try to get them all before he had Donald Trump. But when he got Donald Trump, he knew he had a turkey that will do what he say. Thanks for Agent Orange. I have receipts. They have turkey. Oh, they have a keyboard. Okay. Thank you, Lego Store guy. I appreciate that. Violet, I thank all my friends here who protect me against these trolls. Folks, come on. Let's subscribe. All right. Let's hit that like button. Okay. We're doing well. Okay. And, you know, you people don't realize, and Trump don't realize, the Iranians have been preparing for war for 25 years. 25 years, folks. They're not afraid of Trump. Trump's afraid of them. Trump Trump knows how he messed up. He's trying to get a lifeline to get out of this here, and it's not coming to him. The only way Trump could stop this and emerge a winner is to stop the war. Now let's take that port, folks. Iran did open the port, but yet Trump didn't take the blockade out. So that essentially it keeps it closed. No, you can't scare people like the Iranians. They've been around much longer than Trump. All right. And, Trump thinks he's the smartest bulb on the planet. I got news for you. He's not. Ask his classmates. Yeah, ask his classmates. You can Google it. Find out what his classmates said about him. Okay? You're right, Josh. It was open before Trump bombed it. Okay? Keep hitting that like button, folks. Get me to 100 here. All right? I got to keep asking. Prison John Trump. Boys. Look, Trump's not going to go to prison. The Democrats want to impeach him again. That's not going to happen either. All right? Well, Josh J, his parents obviously did like him. His father gave him all his money. I mean, look, Trump started out with what was it, $500 million? Did your parents start you out with 400 or 500 million? Mine didn't. Okay. Oh, Trump was German. You're correct. You're absolutely correct. You should really check out his father and see how close he was to Germany and Hitler. Okay? You're right, Mike. He can't run again. But we got, what, almost 3 years, 2.5 years more with him. Okay? And he's done nothing to make America great again. He's losing support from his MAGA base. His MAGA base. He's losing support. You know, very few countries around the world support him and what he's doing in Iran. He's trying to get out of NATO, an organization that we need. Great Scott, getting ready for some hot water going. Oh, I wish we had some hot weather. It's 64 degrees here. It's going to be in the 60s. And this is supposed to be coming this summer. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't like it. Yeah, folks. Negotiation, the art of negotiation. Trump brags he's the best at this. He wants his name on everything. All right, he probably wants to change the United States to Trump United States. Okay, all right. I wouldn't put that past him. All right, if he tries to rename our country, what do you think? Leave me a comment. Let me know. You think Trump will try to change the name of our country? There's something wrong with him, folks. You know, I don't want to believe all these people that are saying that he's getting senile and he's getting to be like what Joe Biden was. All right. I don't want to believe it. But now I am. And cable news, I used to enjoy watching Live Nation because they were sort of middle of the road. But now they're getting just like all the other cable companies. Okay. They're all Trumpers. It's becoming like another Fox News, except for Chris Cuomo. Okay. But all the other newscasters, they call them whatever you want to call them. Okay. They're not newscasters. Okay. But all the other ones there, it's another Fox News. Okay. Which we don't need. All right. I like it. And they don't, and they, I would allow, if the producer would allow them to come on and give us current news instead of what they programmed them to say. Okay? At least you come here, I give you receipts, I give you truth, and I give you my thoughts. Okay? And sometimes I'm wrong, folks. I'm not perfect. I'm no different than you folks are. Okay? All right? We are all the same here. All right? Keep hitting that like, folks. Come on. Okay? Keep hitting that like button. Subscribe. 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 Okay? Well, I am on my way out. Okay? You're right. I'm 81 years old. How much longer? I know I'm on the downside. Okay? How much longer do I have? Hey, I hope I got another 10, 15 years or longer. I'm going to try anyways, as long as I'm healthy, okay, as long as I'm mobile and I can walk, okay, all right, I'll be happy. Waymo cars. We got more Waymo cars in Los Angeles. It's unbelievable. It astounds me when I see them and they're picking up passengers getting in the car. And if you think we got a lot of Waymo, Uber is in the process of getting those same kind of cars, and that's what Uber's going to be. And what are these cars doing? Taking everybody out of work. An Uber driver, Lyft driver, they were making good money. Huh? But a lot of people are using these weak. Come on, folks, 69 likes. I know you could do better than that. Come on, please. All right? Hit that like button, okay? All right? I want to see that go to 100. Well, somebody, Jason, you might be right. They might make a deal once Trump is out because this ceasefire, and I told you before, all right? I told you in the beginning, these ceasefire get extended, extended, and extended, all right? And they're probably waiting for Trump to get out. And at the midterm, I don't know what's going to happen at the midterms, but it's not that far off. But if the Republicans lose both the House and the Senate, then Trump's going to be in serious trouble. Then he just might get impeached with the Democrats in control. But this is going to be a waste of time. I doubt very seriously. What I'm seeing a lot of things on YouTube. The one shot, people are saying the shot Trump set it up for him to be shot there. What was it, Butler, North Carolina? Okay, remember he got shot in the ear, and then he come out like this. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you, I listen to some of these people, and it makes some sense. I don't know. All right, folks, we need 20 more of you. Do we have 20 people that could hit that like button? Boom, boom, boom. And subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I know it's within you. I know you could do it. Everything that I watch on YouTube, I give them a like because I want to give them the credit for creating the content. So why? Let's go back to why is Trump? Remember, I think it was after October 7th when Israel got bombed, and then Trump went over there to the Gaza Strip and he was talking about how They could build big, beautiful hotels and stuff there and make it like another Riviera. He wasn't kidding. He was dead serious. And he's still looking for that in those countries because those countries had the oil, they had the money. Now, Israel is warning Israel's going to break the ceasefire with Lebanon. Okay? They're going to break it. And Israel is warning South Lebanon to get out of the way because we're going to come and bomb there. All right? So everybody bombing everybody over there. And Trump had to put us in the middle of all this here. Hello? Hello, Rick James from Hollywood. Rick James, I know you. I know a Rick James. I positive we must know each other, Rick. Huh? What was it like growing up in white America versus now? I grew up in America. I didn't see it as white America. I didn't see it as black America. I saw it as America. Land of the free, home of the brave. We really were. Okay? Yeah, where everybody is created equal. I'm Italian. Okay? I know what it is because they hated the Italians when we came to this country. They didn't want us here. They had all sorts of names Guinea, Wop, okay? Think the Mexicans had it bad? You think other? No, we had it the worst. Huh? So, well, I really respect what you're saying here. I understand what you're saying. All right. God bless you. Hmm. Now wait till who gets hacked, Agent Orange. Did I miss something here? Hey, folks, we're almost there to 100. Come on, one more person, and we hit that 100. That'd be awesome. Hmm. Hello, Jose. Huh? Oh, you're right. Moon babies. They're making a ton of money. Who's making the money? The people at the top. That's who Trump's doing this for. All right? War contractors, military contractors, making big money. Banks are making big money. Lots of money, folks. Lyndon Johnson. Huh. Um, I think he has something to do with the killing of Kennedy, if you want to know. Uh, Lyndon Johnson's a whole story for another time, another place. No, Hezbollah breached ceasefire with Israel. Uh, Israel. You got this guy, Bibi Netanyahu. That once he leaves office, he's got to go into a courtroom. He got all sorts of problems. But way their politics works, okay, nobody could do nothing as long as he's in office. Did you know that? Not like here in this country. And Trump's in this war And Netanyahu backstabbed Trump. He put a knife right in Trump's back. Thank you, folks, and I hope you're all subscribing. All right, if everybody subscribe, keep hitting that like button. Okay. Uh, let's see how high we can go today here. Yeah, Trump stabbed him right in the back. When Trump started the ceasefire, it included Lebanon, but Israel went and bombed them. All right, he bombed Lebanon, stabbing President Trump in the back. And President Trump wants to call Bibi Netanyahu his friend. Is that what your friends? All right. Trump really doesn't have any friends. Check it out. He doesn't have any friends. Trump wants loyalty, but gives nobody loyalty. Let me say that again. Trump wants loyalty. He puts people in office there not because they're capable or have the smarts to do the job. He does them because they're loyal to him, but he's not loyal to them. That's who our president is. That's who I voted for. That's who Tucker Carlson voted for. That's who Megan Kelly voted for. That's who Candace Owens voted for. That's who Marjorie Taylor Greene. I can go on and on and on. And they all are now unhappy, would not vote for him because he didn't keep his word to the American people. Now, here it is. You got a president that has not kept his word to the American people, but he wants everybody to be loyal to him. Does that make any sense, folks? Don't make any sense to me. You know, I truly don't like coming here and giving you bad news. I want to be able to make you happy. I want to make you happy, folks. I want to be able to motivate you to do better in life. And we all could do better. You know, I'm 81 years old. And I'm starting something new. I've been waiting patiently. I have a fairly good team around me in Hollywood. Wants to make my movie and another movie we got out of London. And we got great scripts. So we're blessed to have two great scripts. Some people, the people who read them said they're the best scripts out here in Hollywood. But yet, the movie hasn't been made. Okay, yes, Hollywood has all its problems and, things that are going on, but people are still making movies. Now, I took it upon myself because my producer didn't do it. Nobody else did it to get a budget. So now I have a budget. Okay. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to start picking up the phone, calling different people, reaching out to different people that I know to raise the money I need to make these movies. You see, folks, I am a person who does things. I'm a person who gets things done. I don't wait. Hollywood's got this tradition where everybody sits back and waits. All right? And that's why Hollywood's failing. It's failing because everybody sits back and waits. Writers, they write a script. but they don't know how to sell their script. We're going to talk a lot more about Hollywood here in the future. I think it's a more positive subject. Okay. Well, anyways, folks, look at uh, I'm really cold today. Uh, and folks, I don't know when the sun's coming back. I woke up this morning, it was sunny, it was beautiful. All right. And then look at it now. Hmm. Oh, well, I can't control the weather either. So, everybody, listen, have a great, beautiful, blessed day. And, I want you to all be happy. And you know what makes me happy? It's making other people happy. Whether it's the clerk in the grocery store, the drugstore, wherever you go, or just walking down the street and just saying hello to somebody. And you might come from, you're going to catch them off guard. They're looking at their phone and somebody says hello to them. You made their day. Okay? If you make other people happy, I guarantee you it will come back to you tenfold. So, everybody here, have a wonderful, blessed day. All my love and respect to each and every one of you. Thank you for coming to my show. Have a